Hey guys, welcome back to Mindset Math Tutorials. Today I'm going to be covering an example um, that includes exponents, and we're going to be simplifying this expression. As you can see right away, this expression has common terms at the top and bottom, so it has x, y, and x and y at the bottom as well. This is going to play into the simplification when we're looking at the exponents on each of these terms. So to begin this question, we want to first expand these brackets following our bedmass rule. So we want to open up the top bracket and we want to open up the bottom bracket. The way to do that is to look at each of these terms. So we have negative 2 over 5, and we have x and we have y. So this exponent applies to each of those three terms, right? So the way we do that is, let's go over here. So we have negative 2 over 5. So since these terms are being multiplied, we can separate them into their own brackets. So we have that to the power of 5. And for these, there's no need to put a bracket. It's the same as doing this. So we want to just leave it as x to the power of 5 and y to the power of 5. So the top is expanded. And now going to the bottom, we have it in the same form already. So that's the power of 3. Now we have x and we have y. And yeah, so the common terms don't actually only apply to the x and y. As you can see, we don't even need to open up this bracket because we already have a negative 2 over 5 term, right? We have it over here. And we have it at the bottom as well. So the exponent rule where we're able to, well, basically in this situation, we can use an exponent rule when we're simplifying. So what we can do is we can have this term and that term, and all we have to do is we have to focus on the exponent that's in front of the term and in front of that term. So what happens is we subtract the exponent at the top by the exponent at the bottom, right? Because each of these terms are exactly the same, top and bottom, and the negative. So what we do is all we have to do is, so we take 5 minus 3 and we're left with 2. It's a positive 2, which means it's at the top. If that was 3 and that was 5, it would be 3 minus 5, and then it would end up being a negative number, right? When you have a negative exponent, I'll just show you a note on the side. When you have a negative exponent, say you had negative 2, right, for x. Let's say you had that, right? This would be equivalent to 1 over x squared. It would just be, that negative pretty much just makes this term an inverse. So it flips, it goes, imagine there's a 1 underneath this. So what would happen is this x squared would go to the bottom, and that would take away the negative, all right? That's a quick aside there, but we don't have to worry about negative exponent here because it's positive 5 minus 3, right? So this would stay at the top. So we have that squared. And now focusing on x and y, so we have the exact same term. We just have x and we have x, and y, right? So all we have to do is focus on the exponent in front, or exponent on these terms. So it would be x to x here. It would be 5 minus 1 for x, and then it would be 5 minus 1 for y as well. So we would end up with a positive 4 for both of those. right? Let's just break it up into 2 steps. I should have broken up that one as well. Hold on. Just want to break it up into steps here. So it's going to be 5 minus 3. And this will be, you want to put it in brackets as well. Just, right? So this is going to be 5 minus 1. Right? Okay. And then same for y, because it's a 5 at the top and then a 1 at the bottom. Right? So now we've accounted for all the terms. So we have nothing else to worry about. We have no other things to simplify. So now we just have to simplify this expression here. So it's going to be negative 2 over 5 to the power of 2. X is going to be to the power of 4. And then y is going to be to the power of 4 as well. And now we can simplify this part of the expression even further. Well, we can expand it. So what's going to happen is it's going to be the squared term applies to the top and it applies to the bottom. So you have to square everything that's at the top and everything that's at the bottom. So it's going to be negative 2 squared over 5 squared when we expand it. X4, Y4. Because negative 2, so basically this exponent is going to apply to the top and it's going to apply to the bottom. Right? So it's going to be anything at the top to the power of 2 and anything at the bottom to the power of 2. So, and when I say anything, I mean all the terms. So if there is like negative 2x or negative 2xy, you would distribute this into all the terms that are within the bracket. So everything at the top and everything at the bottom. So negative 2, here, notice we put the sign and the number in brackets. You want to do that for each term. You know, that includes the sign in front of it, right? So negative 2 squared. So you want to focus on the number first. Focus on the number first, so it's going to be 4. And then you can see here that's a negative times a negative is going to be a positive. Right, I wrote down all the other rules here as well. Sorry, I'm getting used to writing on this board here, so it's not very clear, but negative times a negative is equal to a positive. Positive times positive equals positive. Negative times positive equals negative. Vice versa for that one as well, meaning positive times negative is equal to negative. So those are your rules for multiplication of signs. And so it's going to be 4. Negative times negative is a positive. You don't have to write anything there. And the bottom, it's going to be 5 squared, which is 5 times 5, which is equal to 25. And that would be your answer right there. 4 over 25 times x to the power of 4 times y to the power of 4. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to assist you.